Hey, it's Rich, the Louisiana Hobby Guy, and you're watching Lightburn for Noobs. And today we're going to be talking about the color palette. And also we're going to talk about relief fill. So two different things. The color palette is all of the little boxes that are different colors that you see along the bottom of the screen that most people don't understand how to use or use properly. And the relief engraving is something like this. And actually, let me show you on a different camera. So this is a relief engraving. It's an 8mm piece of wood that I engraved a relief of my logo. And this is a prototype for a business card. So only a couple little things that I'm going to do different before I make this the actual business card. But there you can see I've engraved 4mm deep just by running multiple passes. And I think it came out pretty great. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is showing you the color palette, how to use it in probably a different way than you've ever seen anyone else use it, and how to do relief engravings like this. And the reason why I'm adding this to this video is because I did a business card coin, and that's what this is going to be, a business card coin, I guess about a year or two ago. And I got just a ton of questions on that, and I still get questions to this day about relief engravings, and it's real simple to do. So with that said, I also want to say thank you to everybody for the good wishes about my second back surgery that I had. I am on the road to recovery. I just got my my bone stimulator yesterday. So this I have to wear for a year, 2 hours a day, and supposedly that's going to help the bones regrow. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for all the kind words and messages and emails that I've gotten since the surgery and even before. So thank you all for that. Let's jump right into Lightburn, because we're going to try and make this video real quick today. And let's learn about how I use the color palette and how I do relief engravings. And I think the two together are going to give you some good information. So let's do that now. Let's jump into Lightburn. And here you can see I've got my old logo over here. That's the one that I used to make. And this is the front side. And then I'd flip it and do the back side. I'd put my contact information on the back. And I've since changed logos, I guess about six months ago or so. And this is my new logo over here. So first thing, very basic thing that I know most of you already know, but I'm just going to cover it anyway for anyone that's new to laser engraving. When you see a color like this that's completely filled, the black here means that that's where the laser is going to fire. So it will fill all of this black. The white area will not be filled. With that said, let's talk about the color palette for a minute. Down here on the bottom of the screen, you'll see layers 0 to 29. And then to the right of that, you've got two tool paths. Let's cover the tool paths first. This up here is a tool path. What that means is that there is no output. If you look here, no output, and nothing will happen except it'll frame, or you can use it as a tool. Let's say, for instance, you have a 12 by 12 piece of wood. You'd make a 12 by 12 tool path, and you'll know that all of your design has to fit within that tool path in order to fit on the wood. So it's basically exactly what it says it is. It's a tool path. Now, I like to, if you look here, you'll see the black layer. I like to name my layers. So my black layer is always going to be an engrave, and then I'll get the settings from my material library. And my red layer is always going to be cut. And that just makes sense to me. But that's not the only two layers that I use. I know that's probably the only layers that you're seeing me use in videos. But if you go back and take a look at my video, 50 Shades of Gray, you'll see in that video where I'll use a bunch of different layers for one particular engraving for a project. And that's important because if you want to get different shades of gray in your engraving, you want some to stand out more than others, well, then that's where the color palette comes in. Down here on the color palette, you've got from 0 all the way up to 29 different layers that you can use. And is that necessary? Well, some people are only going to work within 2, 3, or 4 colors on the palette down here. I work within quite a few of them. So if we were to select this toolpath right here, and let's just jump over here to the right and go to layer 25. You'll see that that's labeled already as brass coin vector. If I double click on that and bring up the editor, you'll see that I've got different layers in here for a brass coin, and this is going to be used for my fiber laser. If I switch to layer number 26, you'll see that that's labeled as line art wood. If I switch to 27, you'll see raster wood. If I switch to 28, you'll see this is slate, and you'll see it's multi as well. So if I bring this layer up, you'll see that the first layer I've named engraving, and you can name them right here under sub-layer name. And the second layer I've labeled line after fill, and then I have this labeled up here as slate raster. Why do I do this? Well, it gives me an immediate starting point from settings that I've already tested, that I know a lot of these layers here, I can just pick the layer without going to my material library at all. You can name all of these layers with presets, and as long as you don't change them, as long as I don't change this name, it'll be there permanently. Every time you close Lightburn and reopen it, these will still all be named in here with all of the settings that you've saved. Now, of course, you're almost always going to go to your material library down here, and you're going to pick the exact materials, but this is a good starting point here based on this library where I've done the testing, and I've just kept the settings over here on the color palette. Now that we understand the color palette a little bit, we've got 29 different layers that we can uniquely identify for different projects. Let's talk about relief engraving, because these two go together, in my opinion anyway. So now you see, again, back to the logo. This is my old logo. This is my new logo. Basically, what I want this to do is I want the name here, the Louisiana Hobby Guy, I want it to stand proud. And I wanted this ring around the outside to stand proud as well. You'll see that they're both white, and I want the inside to be standing proud as well. So the state of Louisiana is going to engrave, and this band and this black band are going to engrave, and that's what's going to give me the standoff like I've got here on this particular prototype that I'm doing. So how do you achieve that? Well, you bring in the graphic. Here's my new logo over here, and as you can see, I've taken away the outside and I'm just using the middle of it. And so now I've got my new logo, but that is going to all engrave because it's black. It's solid black. Now, you may be seeing everything as a line. So if you come up here to Window, and if you go to Wireframe Smooth, this might be what you're seeing. So you may not be understanding exactly what I'm saying. So in order for you to see what's going to happen, and I'm a visual type of a person, so I want to be able to see it. So I always click on Window and I put it into Filled Course. That way I can see everything. I should have probably mentioned that at the beginning of the video. But now let's take this filled circle here. All I did was come over here to a primitive, and where it says Create Ellipse on the left side, and I clicked on that, and I held Shift to constrain it, and I drew out a circle like that. That's all I did. Now I'm going to take that circle, this one here, and I'm going to drag it over my logo. And I want you to watch what happens when I do this. So now I'm going to stop there in the middle, and you can see now the letters SIANA and YGUY have turned to white. This is all there is to relief fill. It's a very simple process. You just drag out something and place it over the other one. So with this one selected, if I hold Shift and select this one and then hit bullseye up here, you'll see that I now have a relief fill, and my cut layer is slightly off. So let's see, maybe if I bullseye all of them like that. There we go. So now it's a perfect setup here. So what it's going to do is it's going to engrave the black first, then it's going to come back around and it's going to cut out around the wood right there. And I'll wind up with this. So it's just as simple as that. And no matter what you do, if we take this layer and bring this down over here, like this, you'll see it covers that up completely. So I'll move this up like that. And now I'm moving it up so that we can see what it's going to do. And there you can see what that's going to do. So this layer here is now going to cause those letters to be filled, which is not what I'm wanting to do. So every time I create another layer, if I were to press Control and the letter D and duplicate it, you see that it will go back to the relief fill and the green layers will still be there. So they're pretty much nothing that you want to do. So pretty much with relief fill, you're going to want to use 2 layers, as you can see here. And if I were to, again, drag this off, there you go. So now it's all engraved. And now if we put it back, only the parts that are not graphics are going to engrave. So, and that's how I wind up with this. So real easy, real simple. Is you can, I guess, summarize this by saying from 0 to 29 are going to be your custom settings that you can set once and forget about. And let's say that you do wood all the time. You just go through your layers until you find wood. So I believe that wood was, that's line art wood, raster wood right there. So if I were to do a filled graphic, all I'd need to do is click on this, and most woods, that's going to be about right. If I want to tweak it, then I can go to my material library and, get more in different types of woods, specific types of woods. But this raster wood setting will always engrave the wood well. That is about it. But hey, by the way, I started channel memberships yesterday, and it's $4.99 a month. Down below, you can just click on join. And if you do, that is a special live stream that I'm going to be doing every 2 weeks. So it's going to be for those people that don't want to sign up on Patreon. And I want to thank all of my Patreon viewers for your support. But if you don't want to sign up on Patreon for some reason, you can join the channel if you want to communicate directly with me. And every 2 weeks, I'll be doing a live stream just for my channel members. So if you're interested in something like that, you've got questions that you want to ask me directly live, well, you'll be able to do that in the live stream every 2 weeks. So if you're interested in that, click on the little join button down on below the video. So that's about it for today. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments or hit that join button, and you can let me know in a live stream. And actually, that's probably not going to get going until May. Once I've got like 10 members that have signed up, then I'll start scheduling the live streams. And I think that you'll get a lot of benefit out of that, where you can directly ask me questions. And then, of course, not only ask a question, but ask it again, rephrase it. So if I don't give you the exact right answer, you can rephrase it. If I don't understand the question properly, you can rephrase it. And I think it's going to be fun. So it's only $4.99 a month. And you're going to get to communicate with me live with any problems or issues that you might have, and spend some time visiting. So that's it for today. And I just wanted to cover the color palette, and I wanted to cover how you can do this type of relief engraving, which lots of people want to do, and lots of people have already done with their own business card coins, and make it clear for those people that are new to laser engraving. So as always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Down in Louisiana, where the bayou gleams, the hobby guys engraving with laser beams, with a Cajun beat and a steady hand. He's burning up the designs all across the land. Fast forward